HW20 question 2. We're given 60 students were asked to draw a 20-degree angle without using a protractor. The size of each angle drawn is measured and the results are summarised using a box plot. Now I'm going to talk about the box plot and hopefully you can cross-reference the question, but first question we're after finding the range. So we want the biggest value, take away the smallest value. Now it's quite easy to kind of look at the whiskers of this box plot and use those values, but don't forget that cross that you see on the right hand side near 50, that's an outlier and that still classifies as part of the data. So then we know the biggest value there is 48, which is that outlier that's marked. Our lowest value is the lower end whisker, which is 9. Of course 48 minus 9 is just 13. Part B, which is the interquartile range. So we're looking at the box effectively, we're looking at one end to the other. So the interquartile range in this case is 25 minus 12, which equals 13. Part C, use linear interpolation to estimate the size of the median angle drawn, give your answer to one decimal place. What I've done here, that's the original table. And then what I've done is I've included a cumulative frequency column here. As we can see, we've got 60 students. So first things first, we want the median. We want to go halfway between the data sets. So we do 60 divided by 2, then we're after the 30th value. So 30th value will lie in the 65 to 70 category. So like what I've done previously, I'm going to draw a diagram so it helps with visualising. Now, if you have a look, we've got 65 as the upper bound in that column, and then we've got 65 as the lower bound in that column. So we don't need to worry about going halfway between the two numbers because they're both 65. So we know we can start at 65, and we're going to go through to 70. Now 65, you have a look, that'll be the 21st value. So we know this whole category is going between 21 and 34. 21st value and the 34th value. And of course we're after the 30th. So we want to find out what that is there. So again we're going to do the same thing. It's always a lower bound. And then of course it's 30 minus 21. All over 34 minus 20. And of course times the difference between the categories, so we've got a difference of 5. And then if we work that out, that'll be 65 plus 9 over 13 times 5, which will give us 68.5 degrees to 3 significant figures. So part D, we're asked to show that the lower quartile is 63 degrees. Now we know there's 60 students, so if we want the lower quartile, we'll do 60 divided by 4, which is 15. So we're after the 15th value. We look at our table that I drew for part C. Our 15th value will lie in this category here. But 6 is in this category, so 15 will be in here in the 60 to 65. Okay, so again we draw our diagram. We know the 60th value, well sorry, the 60 will be the 6th value between the 6th value and the 21st value. And of course we're after the 50. Again, your normal linear interpolation. So So that will be 60 plus 21, oh sorry, not 21, 15 minus 6, over 21 minus 6, and times by 5. This will give us 60 plus 9 over 15 times 5, and that will give us 63 degrees. Part E, we're told that the upper quartile is 75 degrees, the minimum is 55 degrees, and the maximum is 84 degrees. And the rules are here for an outlier is it's more than 1.5 times the interquartile range above the upper quartile, or if it's more than 1.5 times the interquartile range below the lower quartile. So we need to first of all work out what the interquartile range is. Our lower quartile, as we worked out from our previous question, is 63 degrees. We know the upper quartile is 75, so we know the interquartile range will be 75 minus 63, which will give us 12 degrees. So in order to get these outliers, we're going to have 1.5 times 12, which gives us 18. So our outliers will be when it is 75 plus 18, and when it's 55 minus 18, which will give us 93 degrees and 37 degrees respectively. Now, if you have a look, the minimum is 55 and the maximum is 84, so that means we don't have any outliers because we have no data above 93 and we have no data below 37. So we can say that it's no data is above 93 or less than 37, so no outliers. Part E continues. We're asked to draw a box plot to represent this data. So we know the minimum is 55, maximum 84 as given in the question, lower quartile 63 as we worked out, upper quartile 75 which is given in the question, and of course we worked out the median in part A which was 68.5. So all we need to do now is just plot these on the graph. So our minimum is 55. Our maximum is 84. Lower quartile is 63. Upper quartile is 75. Median is 68.5, so roughly. If we join that all up, and that is our completed box plot.